So much fun having you.
I'd like to call this meeting to order. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that the land which we gather is the traditional territory of Nishawabi, Ottawa, and Mississauga peoples. Confirmation of the agenda that the Council of the Township of North Huron hereby approves the agenda of December 18th council meeting as amended to enclose a closed meeting as agenda item 13. May I have a mover? Deputy Reeve, seconder, Councillor Whitfield, all in favor? Carried. Disclosure of pecuniary interests? Seeing none. Public comment, opportunity for members of the public to speak to an item of business on the agenda, 2 minutes per person. Seeing none. Number 5, consent agenda, that the Council of the Township of North Huron hereby adopts the consent item 5.1.1, and further, that the Council of the Township of North Huron hereby receives consent items 5.1.2 to 5.3.4 for information purposes. May I have a mover? Councillor Van Henderson, Councillor Whitfield. Is anybody like to pull anything out? Seeing none. All in favor? Carried. No public meetings, hearings, and delegations. 7.1 of the Clerk's Department, 7.1.1, CL 2023-23, Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan, Status Update, and Budget for 2024. I just read it over and then ask for a mover that the Council of the Township of North Huron hereby receives a report of the Director of Legislative Service / Clerk dated December 18th regarding the Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan, Status Update, and Budget for 2024 for information purposes. And further, that Council approves the proposed budget of $5,000 for 2024 for implementation of the Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan. And further, that Council directs the Director of Finance Treasurer to transfer $5,000 from the 2023 Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan funds into the working reserve to cover the 2024 costs associated with the implementation of the Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan. Are there any questions for Clerk Lamb? Or did you want?
And you have one more part of that motion as well.
And further, that Council concurs that the Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan Working Group's recommendation to contract Lakeside Web to create and host the website for Huron County Community Safety and Wellbeing Plan. Mover?
Oh, I didn't move it.
Mover? Do I have a mover? Councillor McBurney, seconder. Councillor Whitfield? Comments?
Question, Rave. Well, comment. Are we seeing purpose to this? Like, I was reading through it all, and it struck me as there's services out there that deal with everything that I read, and this seems to just collect it together. But I'm not sure where it's going to go from there. It's just one committee after another. I'm just wondering. It's almost like building a new government going on regarding this. Like the point I'm making is that everything in it, everything they want to deal with is already, being dealt with or questioned by some other group.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Clerk Lamb, did you want to?
Through your worship, to answer Councillor Palmer's question, yeah, Councillor McBurney is your representative on the Oversight Committee. He might be best suited to speak to the benefit of it. But yeah, I guess my comments would be, our understanding is that the municipality's role is basically to be the coordinator. So I do note in the report that from my understanding at the Oversight Committee meetings that they've held, they went through this priority mapping exercise, and they were able to identify efficiencies and reduce duplication between these groups providing all this different service. My other comment would be that we as a municipality are required to, we were required to adopt a community safety and well-being plan, and the province has not at this point indicated the direction beyond that July 24 2021 deadline that you have to have a plan. But I know most municipalities are hopeful that once the changes to the policing legislation come into effect in 2024, that it has, it provides some clarity on what that looks like and what the province's end goal is with all of this. But that being said, Councillor McBurney is your representative. He might be better suited to.
Go ahead, Councillor McBurney,
Through
please.
you, Reeve. In regards to duplication, that's absolutely right. And I reported the last time I spoke on this here meeting, they're trying to work side by each, not against each other. As far as duplication, and the biggest thing that they're pushing on is to get the message out to the public in a timely way. And then we've got it zoned down to I think it's 4 categories. And if you read the minutes prior to, it's, I support this motion.
Okay. Deputy Reeve, go ahead.
I was just going to add the clarification that it's a provincially legislated mandate for the municipality, and we couldn't get out of it if we tried.
Yeah, I realize that it was a provincial
Right.
mandate. Well, I hope it accomplishes something.
Well, maybe,
It's not
yeah,
gonna cure homeless, it's not gonna cure the drug issues, it's not gonna cure. So that's why I'm asking, I'm wondering what its real purpose is.
well, maybe after each meeting, we can always get an update from Councillor McBurney and just bring us up to speed, because it sounds like they're trying to hone it in a bit. And
It's a
whatnot.
large group.
Yeah, it
That
is.
scares me, that it's so big.
Yeah.
Gets unwieldy at that
Yeah.
point.
Right, so any other questions for? Okay. I have a mover and a seconder. All in favor? Carried. Finance Department, nothing. Recreation Children's Service Department, Public Works and Facilities Department. Public Works, 2023-31, sign agreement with WVRH Holdings Incorporated here in Tractor Blythe. That the Council of the Township of North Huron hereby receives a report from Director of Public Works and Facilities dated December 18th regarding a request to extend the sign agreement between the Township of North Huron and WVRH Holdings Incorporated here in Tractor Blythe. And further, that the Council agrees to adopt bylaw number 92-2023, being a bylaw to authorize the Reeve Clerk to sign on behalf of the council a sign agreement with WVRH Holdings Incorporated here in Tractor Blythe for the period of January 1, 24 to December 31, 2024. May I have a mover? Deputy Reeve and Councillor Van Hitterson. Questions for our Director Furtney at all? Go ahead, Councillor Palmer.
I'm in favor of this agreement, don't get me wrong, but is Huron Tractor, like, are they? Like, we already know that they want it to end it. Are they willing to do that other year? Or is this wishful thinking?
Through you, Reeve Heffer to Councillor Palmer. Yes, they are. They've given us agreement to do
Okay.
the extra extension.
Last time, though.
This is the last time, and I have built into the budget for, you'll see tomorrow, there is a request for funds to disassemble and move the sign in 2024.
Thank you. Is all right, Councillor Palmer?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Carried. 7.4.2, Public Works 2023-32, agreements with OFSC District 9 Snowmobile Clubs that the Council Township of North Huron hereby receives a report of the Director of Public Works Facilities dated December 18, 2023, regarding the agreements with OFSC District 9 Snowmobile Clubs for information purposes. And further, that the Council agrees to adopt bylaw number 90-2023, being a bylaw to authorize the Reeve Clerk to sign on behalf of the Council a land use agreement between the Township of North Huron and the Wingham District Snowmobile Association for the non-exclusive use of certain lands located within Riverside Park, Optimus Park, and 145 Park Drive, Wingham. And further, that the council agrees to adopt bylaw number 91-2023, being a bylaw to authorize the Reeve clerk to sign on behalf of council a land use agreement between the Township of North Huron and North Huron Trail Groomers of the non-exclusive use of certain lands which form part of the Blythe Greenway Trail. May I have a mover? Councillor Palmer, seconder, Councillor Wright. Okay, any questions for Director Fortney at all from anybody? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried. 7.5 Fire Department, 7.6 Office of the CEO, 7.6.1 CS-2023-11 North Huron Museum Deaccessioning Project, Report Number 6, that the Council of the Township of North Huron hereby receives the report prepared by the Community of Engagement Coordinator dated December 18th, 2023 regarding the North Huron Museum Deaccessioning Project, Report Number 6, for information purposes. And further, that the Council authorize staff to continue with the deaccessioning process for the list of artifacts attached to the staff report CS 2023-11 in accordance with the North Huron Museum Deaccessioning Policy. May I have a mover? Deputy Reeve, Councillor McBurney. Any questions for CAO Evans, please? It's pretty straightforward. A 6 report like this. All in favor? Carried. 7.6.2 CS-2023-12 Blythe Community Betterment Committee to request hold a Blythe New Year's Eve fireworks display, that the Council of the Township of North Huron receives the report prepared by the Community Engagement Coordinator dated December 18th, 2023 regarding a request to hold a Blythe New Year's Eve fireworks display for information purposes. And further, that the Council of the Township of North Huron hereby supports the request of the Blythe Community Betterment Committee to hold a New Year's fireworks display on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 between 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Blythe and District Community Center grounds/campgrounds. May I have a mover? Councillor McBurney, seconder. Councillor Van Hitterson. Okay, any questions for CAO Evans? Oh, this keeps coming up each year, so it's good to see things like this going on. All in favor? Carried. Correspondence, council reports, just Reeve activity report is fairly quiet this last while. I just want to share with you the dinner that, just thankful that the Gary Marine Lyle they put on for the less fortunate, and the amount of people are there is just, well, it was a busy place, but fortunately they're able to put them into the overflow room, and so they served, I think, just about the 400 meals there. I know Councillor Palmer was there, and he might have better numbers than what I have, but and then they made a lot of going away meals. But it was really good, a busy house, but you could tell when the people left, they were very, very thankful for that time. So again, kudos to the people that donated a lot of stuff there, and those that volunteered to prepare it. And again, thanks to the Lyles for arranging it again for this year, because there's a lot of work there, that's for sure, in that short a time period. Council members' reports, verbal or written updates from members who sit on boards/committees. Are there?
Great.
Okay, we're all right.
The camera probably kicked off.
That's good.
Yeah, you're still alive.
We're still live, yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Councillor Palmer,
Yeah,
please.
To be accurate with the numbers, there was 594 meals prepared, 330 eat-ins, 112 takeouts, 105 food share. So they were prepared and given to food share. And then there was 47 volunteers. But it's been 9 years, and it just grows. And it's such a blessing being part of it, actually, serving other people. It was great.
Thank you. Comments? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Councillor Van Hitterson.
Thank you very much. Last Wednesday was the Physicians Recruitment Committee. saying goodbye to Dr. Marshall. We had a little lunch for her, and she got a gift from the community, so that was really nice. The province is working on a Practice Ready Ontario, and that is a international program. There's 50 applicants for Ontario. There are already 43 signed up for that, and we are very hopeful that the Listowel-Wingham area will get 1 or 2 new doctors through this international agreement. They will be, they will have a restricted license first until they pass a medical exam, and they have to agree to at least 3 years return of service in the community when they are here. So that's looking very hopeful. There's still a lot of maternity leaves going on in the hospital. For Christmas, we're looking pretty good for the ER, that the ER can stay open, but there's always a little fine line between the illnesses that are going on right now. Ooh, yeah, that's about it. Housing is still a hot item for them too, housing and childcare for new physicians in the community.
Thank you. Are there any comments by members? Go ahead, Deputy Reeve, please.
Yes, through you, Reeve. I'd like to congratulate the Friends of the Village of Blythe and the staff of North Huron for their participation in the efforts they put forward to in the Blythe Christmas Parade. This year it was well attended. As I see every year, more and more kids on the street, and I can attest by the people that are handing out the candy that there was a full-time job that day. So I just want to say a great job by staff and by the Friends of the Village.
Thank you. Any other comments by members? Okay. 9.4, notice of motions. Any notice of motions? Seeing none. 10, bylaws. Bylaw number 87-2023, appointment of Committee of Adjustment for 2024. Mover, Councillor Van Hitterson, Councillor Whitfield, all in favor? Carried. 10.2, bylaw number 88-2023, integrated accessibility standards policy. Mover, Councillor McBurney, Councillor Palmer, all in favor? Carried. 10.3, bylaw number 89-2023, donations and fee waiving policy. Mover? Oh, Deputy Reeve, Councillor Wright, all in favor?
Deputy Reeve, I did want to propose an amendment to this fee waiving schedule.
Okay, so.
Yep. Yeah, and so Councillor Wright did mention this to me in advance, so I do have a draft motion for council's consideration. So that bylaw number 89-2023, being a bylaw to adopt a donations and fee waiving policy for the Corporation of the Township of North Huron, be introduced, read a first, second, third, and final time, be signed by the Reeve Clerk, and be engrossed in the bylaw book, subject to an amendment to section 3.1A to clarify that late requests will be considered at the discretion of council.
Okay.
So, Councillor Wright as your seconder is obviously in favor of the amendment, so then if your mover, Deputy Falconer, wants to agree with the friendly amendment.
That's fine for me.
Okay, all in favor? Carried. Thank you. 10.4, bylaw number 90-2023, land lease agreement with the Wingham and District Snowmobile Association, Riverside Park, Optimus Park, and 145 Park Drive, Wingham. Mover, Councillor Wright, Councillor Whitfield, all in favor? Carried. 10.5, bylaw number 91-2023, land lease agreement with the North Huron Trail Groomers and the Blythe Greenway Trail. Mover, Councillor Deputy Reeve, Councillor McBurney, all in favor? Carried. 10.6, bylaw number 92-23, sign agreement with WVARH Holdings Incorporated, Huron Tractor, Blythe. Mover, Councillor Palmer, Councillor McBurney, all in favor? Carried. Announcements, the next regular council meeting will be held on Monday, January the 15th, 2024, at 6 p.m. in the North Huron Council Chambers. Note the change, it's at 271 Francis Street at the Lone Oak Building, 271 Francis Street. Royal Oak, thank you. The first budget meeting will be held tomorrow morning at December 19th at 9 a.m. right here in the town theater. The next Wingham BIA meeting will be held on Thursday, January 18th, 2024 at 6:30 at the Hot Stove Lounge at North Huron West Cast Community Complex. And the next Blythe BIA meeting board will be meeting on Thursday, January 25th, 2024 at 8 a.m. in the Blythe and District Community Center. Are there any other announcements? Go ahead.
Just for your information, Reeve, technically, we haven't had this month's BAA meeting yet. We're having it this Thursday, same time, same place, just for your information.
Oh, okay, right.
Just the way the calendars fell
Yeah.
this month.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, other business? Councillor Wright, as notice of motion, would you like to present or speak to your notice of motion now, please?
Yeah, sure, thanks. Through you, Reeve. So it was discussed a bit at the last meeting that this area is a bit of a unique and special case considering some of the other sidewalks which aren't not maintained. Upon review of the information that was sent out to us by our CAO, which was very helpful, it did occur to me that the last time this policy was reviewed, House and Dam was actually open at that time. And there was an alternate plowed pathway that residents of this area could take to the downtown core. Technically, it wasn't a sidewalk, but it was, perfectly accessible. It was well maintained. It was plowed. So that is a change that's been made. I certainly don't want to, endanger any staff plowing this. But looking at the photos and stuff that came out, it seems to me there should be some practical way of widening that sidewalk. So that the vehicle we use, can safely make it around that corner. Maybe not something that can be done immediately, but, something that could be done in the near future so that it can be easily maintained and we provide access to our downtown core for the residents of that area.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, so basically at this point, Council Wright is moving the motion in your agenda package.
Okay, that the Council of the Township of North Huron hereby directs staff to investigate solutions for snow removal at the intersection of Bristol Terrace and Josephine Street, as well as on Hannah Bridge, and to report back to Council with potential options. We have a mover, is Councillor Wright, seconder, Councillor Palmer, all in favor? Carried. Closed session and reporting out that the Council of the Township of North Huron hereby proceeds at
6:23 p.m.
6:23 p.m. to an in-camera session closed to the public under Section 239 2B of the Municipal Act to discuss the following personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employee, personal matter, and further that CAO Evans remain in attendance. May I have a mover? Councillor Whitfield and Councillor Van Hitterson, all in favor? Carried.